All right, everyone, here we go. This is an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is Mercury moving into Libra, which it's doing in a couple of days. And this is an important energy. Well, they all are, really. They all kind of play and work together. But this one here is pretty cool. What happens when Mercury's in Libra? Well, it's kind of an energy of, well, it aspects communication, first of all, but it also aspects, in this case, the way it's working with the surrounding energies, a broad-mindedness, open-mindedness. People who are more closed-minded are more open-minded in this energy, and that bodes well for the incoming energy here, which we'll talk about in the pre-shuffle, which is just the surface energy. But you'll see some communication here, you'll see all kinds of things. But it really does sum up what's going on. This is a very helpful element. It'll be helped even more a couple of days after it when Venus moves signs into Virgo. All right, adding a little practicality to things a bit. Anyway, it's a general reading. Like I said, may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Lovejoy, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. You're all moving at different speeds on your timelines. So, I ask the universe, give me the influence of all surrounding energies here in Rocktober, right? And Mercury moving into Libra. Well, I start out with a Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's been a long road here. It really has. Something you've waited for a long time is balancing out. Six of Pentacles is crossing that. Underneath that, what's balancing? Communications. Like I said, Eight of Wands, and this is the communication aspect of the Eight of Wands. It's rather surprising because these runners have been very narrow-minded, very focused on their, whatever. There's a lot of broad-mindedness here. There's a lot of good, balanced, quality communication. There's been a lot of communication aspected in the energy and in the readings lately, but the best time for it is right about now when Mercury moves into Libra. This is very balanced and something you've waited for a long time. A communication you've waited for a long time is coming in. It's been a long time. Even the universe is like, hey, it's been a long time for this person to smarten up. Whether they do anything about it is up to their free will. But I will tell you this, in the pre-shuffle, I've got the Death card and the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles after that, after this Eight of Wands. On their side, most of your runners are making some big changes in the structure of their life. Big time. Some of them are starting over, something new. Whatever the case is, you're definitely heavy on their mind, or what this connection showed them is heavy on their mind. All right? Let's give the deck a shuffle. Let's see where we go. So broad-mindedness. It aspects communication. Of course, it's a planet of communication, but it highlights it. It makes them think back to what they said or what wasn't said and things like that. And they see it from a loftier perspective. They're able to. I'll phrase it this way. People are smarter when Mercury is in Libra, right? If for nothing else, emotionally smarter. So let's see why we're here. This first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? Aside from the fact Mercury's moving into Libra, which is something I've kind of been waiting for. Although it really gets good a couple of days later as well when its sister reading, Venus moving into Virgo, is pulled. Yeah, Ace of Wands. We're here because something's about to pop. There's a new beginning coming. And somebody on their side, this is a split energy. Somebody on their side is blowing out the match. And somebody wants something else, right? It's what I talked about with the Death card, the Ten of Pentacles, and all that. The cut cards just back up the pre-shuffle. What comes after the cut? All right, let's go. What comes after the cut? Yeah, a Knight of Cups. I said, what did I say? Rewind. It's a split energy. Part of it is they're blowing out the match. They're making some changes on their side. What's the other part? The lit part? The part we could see with a lit match? This, Knight of Cups. There's a communication coming here. And look at that. There's some strength card. It wanted to show itself, fuel in it. Yeah. When you're broad-minded, when you're not so narrow-minded, when you're not so rigid in things, it is empowering. It's much the same way that being vulnerable is self-empowering. All right? You limit yourself if you're just rigid in things, and these runners have been. Somebody coming your way. It backs up the pre-shuffle 100%. That Knight of Cups is riddled with communication. Probably an apology because they're going to be thinking back to things they said or things that were said or things that weren't said. That's possible too. And again, all this energy applies to you as well. You're attached to this energy in an equal and opposite reaction. You'll be doing some of the same things. All right. About your own life, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. A lot of people changing a lot of habits right now, that's for sure. A lot of people doing that. That's probably popping up in your horoscopes even. That's real surface energy, right? Changing some things. One small little move can make a big difference. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's do a reading. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Mercury in Libra. Everything that's going to fall on the table. The overall energy is the Hermit. It's all from the soul. Fueling the Hermit is that Knight of Cups. You can't get rid of it. The Knight of Cups again. Yeah, it's all soul. It's got a lot of soul here. Our reading, a Knight of Cups fueling the Hermit. Yeah, people are emotionally smarter when Mercury's in Libra, especially under these surrounding energies. Mercury goes into Libra all the time, right? But it's affected differently depending on the surrounding energies, the context of the energies around it. Right now, this is what we got. It's a deeper shade of soul, I'll tell you that. On the flip is our reading. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. And you bet your sweet asses I'm going to extend this one because this is pretty cool. I like this. I'm going to see what's going on their side. If nothing else, we're not going to get much of that here. Oh, that's making some changes. Oh, I like that. I like that. You'll be making some changes too. I'll pull on you at the beginning of the extended like I always do. Energy around your connection. What is it? Four of Pentacles. Yeah. There's a lot of nervous tension here. Normally that's kind of a fear energy. It's nervous tension. I feel it. I feel it. Nervous tension. All right. What's been held back is not going to be held back. There's a lot of soul. The soul doesn't want to hold back how it feels. You can always, people who are afraid to express their emotions, it's a quick way for you, if you're not an energy reader or you're not some kind of someone who's very intuitive, it's a quick way for you to spot, someone who's afraid to be vulnerable, someone who is not, whose soul is maybe turned down a little bit more on the ego side. Because it does hurt the ego to tell people how you feel. There's nervous tension here. Okay, how they're behaving in the 3D. Yeah. Wow, the Empress. Just focused on you. I told you. Just focused on you. That's your energy attached to that. Somebody here also, energy's always in layers. This is a tree in this deck because the Empress energy is rooted. It's long-term, steady, slow growth. Somebody's making some big fucking changes. And it's all soul. It's a very enlightened, the way the energies around Mercury and Libra are playing out, it's very enlightening. You really get to see things in a sobering light. And because you're a little bit smarter in this energy, especially these runners, they want to do something about it. Smart people do something about things. They don't just sit around and gripe, okay? Or hide from it. All right. Right here. Their soul. Bookends, nervous tension. Yeah, we got a divine connection here. We've got a completed circuit. Forget your connection. Yeah, it's divine. Yeah, you got Emperor and Empress for sure. That's why you show up as Empress all the time, and they show up as a wussy little King of Wands, the Burger King. But I have the Emperor and the soul here. They're nervous because they feel on one level. I'll give you all the energy I get. They feel the connection, makes them nervous. That's the nervous tension, right? Their own inner masculine and feminine are balancing. Why? Well, we've been talking a lot about October's energy being very balanced, right? It's easier to balance things in balanced energy. It's easier to get steady in a canoe or a rickety boat in calm water, okay? Than it is when it's choppy. How do we get stable? Oh my God, what are we gonna, like that. So, yep, we have a completed circuit here. And the end result around your connection is a lot of nervous tension because somebody's seeing in a sober light that they maybe shouldn't have ran, just to sum it up. But there's a lot more than that they're seeing. Okay. Hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the Four of Pentacles. Devil. Yeah, that's why the nervous tension is there. The soul isn't nervous. I got soul here. Go. Go, motherfucker, go. That's what the soul is screaming. Come out your shell and get your ass on a horse and go. Right? The soul isn't nervous. It doesn't get nervous. It doesn't know fear. What knows fear? Well, when in the sobering light, right? It's devil energy. It's a lot of their hang-ups. It's a lot of somebody here. They're still maybe a little bit in their head. They're still surrounded by toxic energy maybe. They're making some changes. All of that. It's a soul contract. They can feel that with these two energies here. Absolutely. All right? Just this is not a surprise. It's a perfect card to fall there. We wouldn't want the sun here. You know, other than the fact if the sun fell here, I could say they're nervous because you make them so happy and they're afraid, you know, that this person has never known real happiness. But the same applies, the same statement applies with the devil falling here, right? Oh, you don't want that. You know, oh no, you had it right over here where you were. What's the potential final outcome? It's red with the Emperor and the Empress in nervous tension. You again. It's red with the Empress in my reading. This is both of the energies that you guys, the DF side, which is most of my viewers, reflect as. The end result's communication. There they are. I said they're nervous. That's my little Page of Pentacles fawn. If the Page of Pentacles fell here, I would say you got communication coming from somebody who's nervous about every word they're going to say. It's the same energy because it feedbacks off of that. Look at the background colors. Basically the same kind of thing, a herringbone pattern. That's it. Yep. You got communication coming from a little Page of Pentacles. And somebody who's realized the error of their ways, for sure. That's what this energy does. Take advantage of it. You'll see things. You'll be more broad-minded in this energy. You'll be smarter, both emotionally and in the ego, in the brain, right? And it does aspect communication, highly. Right? And with Venus moving into Virgo fairly quickly here, it's a big deal, all right? It's a big deal. I think Venus moving into Virgo, that reading is going to talk a lot about maybe what's going on their side, more so than this one, although I'm going to pull on it in this one. I'm going to get some data because they are making some changes for sure. Something going on with the toxin that's been around, though, or toxic thinking. All right, let's clarify. Randomly at the bottom is the Hierophant. That is a perfect little thing. Nervous tension. Let's pull on the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the devil generates fear. The fear comes from somebody stepping out of their comfort zone. Can I put it like that? But it's easier. We see them doing it because it's easier to do when the surrounding energy is so balanced. It's easier to do. Some of that, you know, the 1010 portal that I wrote about in my write-up up at sltblog.com is a broad energy. It just peaks on or around the 10th. It actually peaks on the 11th this year, actually. I will tell you that. But it bleeds in. It's already kind of starting to bleed in. It's a spread of energy. So, yeah, that's here. That's a very balanced 10-10 portal. And we'll pull on that. I'll probably pull on that on Sunday, right? This coming Sunday. I want to swim in the energy a bit. I don't like pulling on stuff too soon. I like to swim in it. All right. What's going on here? Nervous tension, Four of Pentacles. Yeah. What they're nervous about is they never did anything here. Somebody here sat on their hands. Okay? Somebody here sat on their hands. They're nervous about that. You got every right to slam the door in their face. At least according to them. The way it might feel to them. I just pick up on feelings. I'm not a mind reader. What's on top? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. It's that, well, the devil bleeds in here, right? It's red. These two are red together. You know, this is that distraction, and this is that energy where they distract themselves. The devil comes in, that little bit of low vibration energy comes in. They get a little bit of nervous tension, a little bit afraid. Well, I never did anything here. Nothing ever happened. This is like a void energy that's crossing it. And they say, well, maybe I could just, blow this off. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? They can't blow it off. Five of Swords. Just look at the picture, look at the guy. Oh my God, head in hand. But also, why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Because they figure they could just, this energy's still kind of there a little bit, telling them, well, maybe I could just blow this off, focus more on my candle business, right? And that's short-sighted on their part. This person knows that they can't do that the way the energy feels here. They know they can't. They used to be able to. They can't really do it under this energy. It's too balanced. They know that they'll be sabotaging themselves and fuck the whole thing up. And it'll just come back around full circle. Why? Because they're smarter emotionally and in the ego than they normally have been. Still not as smart as the DF side, but smarter. We'll take it. We'll take it. Empress. Why is it here? Tell me about the Empress. Tell me about the Empress. What's to say about the Empress, huh? What do we get here? Tell me about the Empress. It's crossed by the Hangman. Yeah. New perspective. Again, somebody here is making some big changes in their life. That comes up as part of the energy of the Empress, the rooted energy. But also, there's just a light bulb that goes off ting, inside this person. Gives them a whole new perspective on you and your connection. And their reaction, if you want a picture, we snapped a photo, is that. Male or female, doesn't matter. It's a dude on the card. All right, what's on top? The Magician. Yeah, somebody's making some major fucking changes on their side. Somebody's behaving out of character here. So there's some wicked voodoo going on their side because of this energy, because their own inner masculine and feminine are balanced, and this energy in the 5D flows over here. So then, who are they in the 3D? They're the Emperor and the Empress. That's a balanced energy. It's easier to balance your own internal energy when the surrounding energies are balanced, right? I already described a nice canoe story. I'm not going to do it again. Why is the Magician here? 5 of Pentacles. Same kind of thing. It's again that missing out. Somebody here wants something that they missed out on. They know they left themselves out in the cold. They know they self-sabotaged themselves. I said it about this one. That's why they can't distract themselves this time. They know if they do that it's self-sabotage. Over here, somebody here is taking the loss. This is that saying where we say, I don't know if it's just a U.S. saying or if everybody knows it, but take one for the team. They're taking one for the team here. They might lose out making some changes in their life. They might lose money. They might lose support. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're doing it. We've got that here with the Magician. At least there's a strong feeling to do it. I can't predict what a 3D person's going to do. All right? And nobody can predict free will. But this is, if they do, I'll make a prediction. If they do fuck up and they don't come towards you, come get some of your milk here, right? That's how they're going to be. I think worse. I think 9 swords. I think 8 swords or 9 swords is their result. Definitely 3 swords. All right, the Emperor. Tell me about it. Emperor in the soul. I like this for this person. This jives perfectly with this energy. It's the perfect card to fall here. Yep. Balanced. They're balanced. Masculine and feminine is balanced within themselves. It's 2 of Cups. The environmental energy around it. 2 soulmates coming together. And I just did it. I did the graphic earlier. I said this energy from the 5D flows over here. And there you go. We got 2 soulmates coming together. We got 2 energies coming together within themselves. The Emperor energy within them that's usually out of balance is now balanced because the environmental energy is balanced and it's easier to balance it. I like this. What's on top? The 6 of Cups reversed. I don't know how that got reversed in my deck. It did fly out when I was shuffling. I guess I put it back reversed. Well, that happened for a reason. Yep. Everything. I think something. This is almost a tower type energy. In other words, something from the past fell on their fucking head. Somebody. That would explain a lot about this nervous tension, about this little page. Nervous about every word they're going to say coming to talk to you. Why is the 6 of Cups reversed? Oh my God, I didn't know that was there. I swear to God, swear on my father's grave, I didn't know. I said that feels like a tower. God, it fell on their head. It's the tower. Yeah. Oh my God, I swear to you, I did not know. Oh, I love tarot. I love it so much. It's unreal the way it does that. It blows my fucking mind all the time. Blows my nuts off like this poor little squirrel. Oh, poor little guy. Yeah, everything I just said already. Something fell on their head. That's why they're making some changes here. Also, somebody here is just feeling what they missed out on. This card reversed with the Tower as to why it's here. Makes that sad. And how many times are we going to get the Tower on the runner's side, right? Towers falling on their head because they didn't do something before. We know that because this is bookending over here, which had environmental energy of they sat on their hands. They did nothing. It's a void energy with the 4 of Swords that was there. Wow. Okay, so there's some major shit happening here. Okay? Major shit. Communication is aspected. They're a bit more broad-minded. They're seeing where they fucked up. But somebody here is making some fucking changes on their side. That energy is very clear. It's been clear since the pre-shuffle. Let's pull on the goat with its feet on fire. Right? Let's do it. Let's talk to the devil. I got the intro to Van Halen's Running with the Devil in my head right now, just playing out. There we go. All right. We shuffle for the intro riff. All right, here we go. The devil. Why is it here? throw some cards when David Lee Roth enters. And now he enters. It's the High Priestess. Oh, this person is just, they're afraid of change. They're afraid to say some things. This is the cards close to the vest. This is secrets. They're convinced that they should run away from this. They're the excuse they're making. They can't. This is hard to run away from. Okay? But the excuse they're making, there's so much stuff coming up from the past for this person to look at. This ties directly to that hangman that was crossed here, like a dark night of the soul on crack. Okay? It's wild. What's on top? Yeah, the Page of Swords. What is the goat saying? I'll phrase it this way. The goat is basically saying, because this card here, this Page of Swords, is tied with this. The goat's basically saying, well, maybe you don't have to go in and say anything to them. Maybe you can just, make changes on your side and keep an eye on them. Kind of, watch their social media or whatever. Watch your social media, right? It's an excuse machine, and they're not listening to this. They're not. In fact, this devil is probably giving them a headache. Why is the Page of Swords here? Yeah, the King of Wands. Look, they are who they are. Okay, that's the Burger King. We got a balanced energy of the Emperor. All four kings balanced in the soul. And this energy, again, Mercury and Libra, makes you more broad-minded, makes you emotionally and mentally smarter. Okay, and the communication to yourself is aspected as well. And we're getting a lot of that. We've got all soul here. We've got a Knight of Cups driven by the Hermit, I should say, with a balanced Emperor in the soul. Their inner masculine and feminine is balancing. And there's still these hang-ups, right? There's still this, if I go back to my old ways, I'm going to end up fucked. They're aware of how they've self-sabotaged themselves. They're aware of it. But there's still that little bit of, I don't want to hurt my ego too much. I want to save face. But then some kind of energy right here, probably this tower type energy, comes in. And the end result is communication. It's somebody coming, definitely having to come to Jesus with themselves, no doubt about it. But definitely having to come to you, kind of thing. As a nervous little fawn here. Yeah, I mean, they are who they are. It's what the universe is basically saying here. They are who they are. Look, they still got their inner hang-ups and all that stuff. They're still in urge. Well, maybe I don't have to go in and say anything. Yeah, they do. At the end, they realize they kind of do. Because you're kind of irresistible. You're kind of just sitting there, right? It's just plain and simple. It ties perfectly. The whole reading ties perfectly with Mercury and Libra and what it means. Communication is aspected here. It's highly aspected from somebody, and it's a good conversation. It's a productive conversation. This all isn't enough to stop them. The universe just wants you to know, right? Nobody's changed completely here. All right? People are who they are. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? What's the final on this? What do we get? What do we got? Well, they might. I hear other readers, or I used to when I watched readings. Other readers sometimes would say, have in their titles, they're going to be surprised by your reaction. Well, one of the cards the main card that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle is the Three of Swords. The environmental energy around this conversation is the Three of Swords. That can be bad. I don't always like that energy fueling a conversation, but at the same time, I think it's good this time. Okay? By contrast, a little bit of Kurt Cobain in pain here. Somebody here is afraid. I think that ties to the nervous tension because these two cards tie together. I think they're afraid of your reaction. I think they're afraid they're going to get that they missed out here. And that's what this Tower in Six of Cups reversed is showing them. And that's what she's feeling on this card here, male or female. What's on top? Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. They coming anyway. They coming anyway. They coming to give to it. The only way they can. It's a very Pentacle-y conversation. This is the Page of Pentacles, this Fawn. These are Pentacles. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, why is the Six of Pentacles here? The Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're coming anyway, but they want to speak their truth, but they're afraid they're going to meet the Queen of Swords at the door. There's a lot. That's where the nervous tension is coming from, and that triggers this. That triggers the goat. Okay? So again, I mean, it's the usual shit. Yep. They definitely are seeing what they could have had with you. And they want something. But they're afraid they're not going to get it. All right? So that's the nervous tension. The net result is a Page of Pentacles coming towards you. Somebody nervous, probably rehearsing beforehand. But they are very balanced in their energy. And this does result in communication. There is communication here. What you do with it is up to you. Your energy is attached to this Queen of Swords. Keep your sword in the sheath. Have some empathy. You are the Empress. You're reflecting as both Empress and Queen of Pentacles in this reading. You guys are spectacular. You know, and this energy of Mercury and Libra is just going to make you more spectacular. So, you know, keep the sword in the sheath. You know, be nice until it's time not to be nice. Right? Yeah, I love quoting Roadhouse. Okay, here we go. It's good advice, actually. All right, here we go. 3 cards and a crossing card from the bottom. What else you want to tell everyone here watching? What do you want to tell me? I think it wants... I was going to say, I think it wants to talk about this King of Wands. But I don't know. Feels like it, because my eye went right to the King of Wands. Yeah, somebody here, yeah. 7 of Pentacles, 2 Cups, Hierophant, and the 8 of Pentacles. There it is again. There's the web. And there's you in the middle, the spider. Somebody here has realized that the universe wants you to know that the energy is right. This energy just adds to energy that's already right. Divine timing. Okay? And it is divine timing. It is literally, with the 7 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. That is literally divine timing. Okay? Somebody here has realized that they can't just distract themselves away from it. Okay? There's a very good chance that 2 soulmates come together. Right? Or at the very least, what may happen is you may find out you were right. Okay? You may find out you knew this person was there the whole time. You knew they were trapped in your spell, we'll call it. It's not a spell, but in your web. Right? You're going to find out something here. One way or another, there's communication happening, and it changes things for the long haul. And by the way, who's communicating? Well, I've been talking about it. That little fawn right there, I said, is the Page of Pentacles. Right? There it is. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. They're nervous. It can, you know, I don't blame them for being nervous. They're going to get 3 swords and meet the Queen of Swords at the door. I don't blame them for that. Because this is very sobering energy. Right? It's broad-minded. It makes them emotionally smarter and smarter in the brain, too. And it's all about communication. But I think for them, it's a lot about the things they didn't say and the things that they did wrong, which is what the Tower and the 6 of Cups reverse is telling me. All right? That's your reading. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. There's big things going on their side. I can tell you that. I can tell you because this devil is thwarted through this whole reading. And I'll pull on over here. I'll pull on the Empress energy, the rooted changes. We'll pull on the Death card in relation to their 10 of Pentacles. I'll pull on you. I'll open with you because I need some contrast. We'll see how this energy affects you. Maybe, I know, we'll find out why. Maybe they are meeting the Queen of Swords at the door. I'm not sure. All right, we'll find out. And I'll pull a pyramid in a timeline like I always do. All right, on top of all that. So we'll do a bunch of reads. All right, as usual, the usual almost an hour long fucking extended. But hey, why not? Why not find out as much information as we can? If you want the link, if you want the extended, the link's in the description. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. That's it. That's it. All right, I'm going to go pull it. Good luck.